Welcome to the Calallen Softball Coaches Show. I'm your host, Chris Daly, and each week I will be talking with head coach Teresa Lentz from the Calallen Wildcats softball team. We will jump in right after these messages. We definitely want to thank our title sponsor, Shocker Wildlife Resources. Yes, Anthony Trevino at Shocker Wildlife, they do it all. Ranch and wildlife management. They do helicopter surveys, harvest data management, wildlife management plans, water distribution, prescribed burns, consulting, feeding programs. If you have a ranch, you need Shocker Wildlife Resources as your consultant. You can reach them by reaching out to Anthony Trevino, 361-850-0609. Yes, call Anthony Trevino at 361-850-0609. If you have a ranch, you definitely need to know Anthony. Caliber Collision understands how much you depend on your vehicle. Let their repair experts help you get back to what's most important. Caliber Collision and Caliber Auto Glass specialize in happy customers, expert repairs, and most importantly, restoring the rhythm of your life. That's Caliber Collision. You can find them at caliber.com. All right, everybody join me in welcoming Coach Teresa Lentz from the Calallen softball team. Coach, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, Chris. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. So, gosh, I tell you, just to have 13 wins already, that's pretty good. I mean, that's a great start.
Yeah, I'm really proud of the girls on how we've, approached the season so far, and we're about to get into district here next week, and just trying to get a few more games under our belt before we do that. And I couldn't be more pleased with their improvement from where we were at the beginning of the season till now. And I know we'll continue to see some improvement with our girls. But, their maturity, the initiative, the way they're gelling together has really been good. So, knock on wood, hopefully we can keep things going and see what happens.
Yeah, definitely. Let's start with Barbers Hill. That was the first one since our last show.
Yeah.
And y'all got blanked. That was the only one, I think, maybe. Is that the only time this season y'all have been blanked? I think it may be. So, yeah, talk to me about the Barbers Hill game.
Great pitching. I believe their pitcher, she's going to Kentucky. Her name's Haley. I think her name's Haley Nutter. And she's one of the best pitchers in the state. And she kept us a little bit off balance, but I'd like to think we kept them a little off balance with Jordan. So it was just a battle between pitchers, and it got to the point where they realized they are not going to be able to probably get a hit, so they bunted, and it kind of we misplayed a few of their bunts, and it showed. But I know we'll be better for it, but it makes me feel good about the way we handled everything else, making great plays and doing everything we needed to do. So, the girls, things we need to work on, and we'll take away from that. But, overall, we're right there with some of the best in the state, and that's, like I said, Barbers Hill. So, and, even hitting-wise, I mean, we matched their hits, 3-3 hits, and I think our hits were better than theirs. There's bunts and stuff. So, we did really well. We did really well that game. I know we scared them a little bit, and they're a really good team. So it was good. It was good for our girls to compete like that.
Nice. And then you bounce back from that with a win over Westlaco, 6-4. So again, that was a tight game.
Yes. It was a tight game. We had BB, Braylon Bailey, she had an injury, and she had to go get a X-ray or MRI at the hospital after the Barbers Hill game. She just wasn't able to put pressure on it as well as she would like, and it was scaring her a little bit. It was scaring all of us, honestly. And so we had to adjust our defense, and we had all sorts of people. We had Brooklyn, our shortstop, go to catcher. Audrina, our catcher, go to first. Kaylee, our second baseman, go to shortstop. I believe our left fielder, Chris Liao, went to second. And, but we were just trying to, just make do and make the routine play and hit enough to where we can take care of business. And it was a close game. I want to say we were down 4-1 in the fifth, and the girls came back and had 5-run inning in the sixth, and we ended up winning 6-4. But it was a little unsettling on trying to get comfortable with everybody in their new positions, and it was back-to-back games, so we had to kind of adjust on the fly, and the girls were able to do that. And Brooklyn was 3 for 4 that game. Audrina was 2 for 3, and I want to say somebody hit a home run. I think somebody might have. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Brooklyn Metter hit a home run, and I want to say that put us up 6-4, if I'm not mistaken. And the way the girls were stepping up, making some big plays in the outfield, just doing everything we needed to do to keep us in the ball game was really awesome, especially with BB out.
Nice. And then next day you started with Summer Creek, and again another tight game, but unfortunately it didn't end the way we wanted.
No, Summer Creek's a really talented ball club. You could tell they have a lot of confidence in themselves, and I was proud of the way the girls kind of, I want to say, bowed up right next to them. They weren't scared with them or anything like that. Summer Creek got a 1 run in the second inning, and then another run in the fifth, and it wasn't until the sixth and seventh for us to be able to get some runs back. But then it was a tie game, and then they ended up because they were home and ended up getting the last run to beat us, unfortunately. But again, proud of the girls, the way they were doing it. But that pitcher was good. We were facing some really good pitching, and that's exactly what we wanted. And it was, I'm proud of the girls for that, and they did what they needed to do. We'll learn from it. We'll get better. Hats off to them. They had a great team. So just good competition.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the competition didn't let up. Foster's another 2-run game. Yes, and so by this time, our girls are getting frustrated at the plate and kind of having some negative self-talk and whatnot, and it was a tough day overall for them to have the game they had against Summer Creek, which wasn't terrible, and then come and be mentally tough enough to push through another tough game against Foster was really, really good. And it's something I want to see out of them, and I want to see how they handle it. And, Jordan, she was 2 for 2 that game, and offensively she's just recently started stepping in there and helping us out, which we love and we need. And good to have her power in the lineup, and her being consistent like that was really nice this past weekend. I want to say we had BB. She went 1 for 2, but, she got an RBI for us, and huge. And then we also had Kaden Trevino, who came in and knocked in a run for us as well. And, those are the kind of things with runners in scoring position. We've got to be able to get them in. And when the girls were able to do that with tough pitching and competition, it really was really great to see. And I think all these pitchers are good, some top pitchers and mid-major pitchers, some of them already committed. So it was really good to see. Like I said, it was a battle of the minds for us at the plate. How can we handle this, so-called failure in their minds? In my eyes, I don't see it that way, but they do. And, it was tough for them. They were just kind of beating themselves like, oh, I'm not good. Oh, I can't hit. Oh, this, trying to get them to stay positive with themselves and each other and keep coming, forget about it and focus on the next at bat or focus on the next pitch. And so they were able to do that and play great defense. And, that's kind of what we want to see. And
I think overall defensively, we did really, really well.
Right.
Very few errors in this entire tournament on most of the games. So just really, really great on how the girls were facing this competition.
So BB makes it back for that game. So apparently it wasn't serious.
She was back the next day. She was like, I'm going to not play, basically. And she was fine. The MRI or X-ray came back good. So she knew she was good to go. So there was no stopping her. That is for sure.
And was this some kind of halftime Super Bowl speech that happened between the Foster game and the Dickinson? Because Dickinson, it was night and day different. Or was it just talent?
It was just the next day. I don't know. The girls, I don't know if they ate their Wheaties. We had and we're like, man, do we need to eat McDonald's all the time? But breakfast, and it was just, I don't know. They just came out ready to play and ready to hit, really. And, I will be honest, Bianca was pitching a heck of a game. I mean, it's only 3 innings, but, she was just mowing them down and just making them look kind of silly and stuff. And the girls just went off. Brooklyn was 4 for 2, had 2 RBIs. Chris was 2 for 3 with a triple. I want to say BB was 2 for 3. Audrina was 2 for 3 with a monster home run over their center field fence. And their field's not big, but it has a huge center field fence. I want to say, 20 feet, 24 feet, maybe more. Huge monster center field fence. And she hit it over the top of it. And it was wonderful to see. And then for Jordan to come up a couple batters later and do the same thing. And it was just jaw dropping to see that. And it was fun. It was a lot of fun. The girls were having fun. Deer Park was a wonderful stadium to play in, and just really brought a really nice atmosphere to the tournament and to kind of finish out our week there. But I know the girls were ready to go, I guess.
They not only ate their breakfast, they ate Dickinson's breakfast.
Yeah, that is true. That is very true.
And then you finished up against Deer Park. So talk about that one. We also need to thank Downtime Services. Downtime Services offers specialized on-site field machining services that maximize your uptime without sacrificing quality. Their team of expert field machining services technicians will come to you and repair and modify your equipment on-site and on demand. Downtime Services, whatever you need, whenever you need. Find Downtime Services online at downtimeservices.com or call them at 800-900-1256. And then you finished up against Deer Park. So talk about that one.
Gosh, man, that game was a good game, and we really, really believe we had it. Like I really felt like we had them where we wanted them for, I won't even say most of the game, but, we had our opportunities to score people, and we didn't. And honestly, I mean, I try to have the understanding, especially as a coach at their base, like I'm here at these tournaments with the girls, and I'm trying, and, my coaching staff has the same philosophy. We're trying to make sure that we're pushing our girls to be where we need them to be later, not where we want them to be in the moment necessarily, but later. So whether that's taking extra bases, doing some things, trying to work on, hitting runs and whatnot. Those are gambles, yes. But if we don't practice them now with this competition, we're not going to be able to probably do it later. Right. And there were some risks and things that, I knew in the moment that were risky, but I needed to see them. I needed to see how the girls could handle them. I needed to see how our team could handle that offensively. So, I could have played it safe and maybe not done some of those things, but then I wouldn't be taking advantage of the opportunity to work on it against such great teams. So, and want to see how the girls handle that pressure with great teams, as well. And, there's no better time to learn it than then. So it was, I have no regrets. So I know we didn't get to finish 7 innings, but I really feel if we would have got another inning, we would have definitely, we would have had, we were starting to hit her hard.
Right.
And, I want to say they put in another pitcher, that last inning, but I know we could have hit her as well. So it was just not enough time. In fact, it came down to the minute on the minute. I'm like, ladies, we got to hurry, get these out. Get these outs. And they were stalling. They were stalling.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Stalling timeout with 2 outs, or the fast 2 outs. And, we wanted to we wanted to play, and, we just didn't have enough time. So it didn't go our way in that aspect. Like I said, we had our opportunities, and hopefully next time we get in that situation, we're going to be better for it.
Right on. And then a couple of days later, you finish up this run at San Benito. Looks like the girls were rested. Everything looked like it was pretty good.
Yeah, no, they long, kind of a long road trip to get over there, and the girls came out ready to play, and Bianca came ready to pitch, and she looked good, and the girls seemed in good spirits, and did what they needed to do. And I think Brooklyn was 2 for 4, and BB was 2 for 4 with a monster home run in right field. Audrina was 3 for 4. The girls were just doing what they needed to do, and they hit very, very well, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun, and to be able to do that. They not to take anything away from San Benito. They fought back, and they scored, I want to say 2 runs in the 4th, and that gave them some life, because I believe it was 4-2 game at that time, 4th inning, and so they felt kind of momentum on their side, and we came back out and just kept scoring and kept hitting and putting that pressure, and then the 7th inning we put 2 more runs on the board, and I think that really put the nail in the coffin and kind of gave us the momentum to finish the game, finish the game out, and then finish with Jordan in relief, and she did an amazing job. And so it was a good game. It was a nice trip to the Valley, and I was really proud of the girls and how they came out. And I just, our outfield is really doing so good and getting better and better. And last weekend and this past weekend and now, we've been through a lot of good teams, a lot of great teams, and we're still learning our pitching staff and how to set up for them and get ready for what pitch and what not. And they're talking more, they're communicating, they're covering ground. And Kylie Butcher, our center fielder, she's almost, it's crazy how much ground she covers, and it's really something to see. And but not to take anything away from our other outfielders, well, they're able to move as well and get balls in and playing in all different types of fields, and they just overall we're working hard. I know Coach Lopez is out there working them and trying to get them prepared for our district that's coming up, and we're right where we want to be in a lot of aspects. So still room to improve, and we will do that. I know these girls will do that, but I was pleased with our overall performance this past couple games, I should say.
Right. Well, you've got, 3 games left before district starts. So talk about that. 2 of them at home, 1 at Santa Gertrudis, which is not very far, so you're not traveling much. Talk about those 3 with Vets, Santa Gertrudis, and Ingleside.
Well, Brownsville Vets, I don't know much about them. I know they usually finish, I believe last year they finished higher than San Benito. They're in the same district. So, not to be, good ball club. Coach is a great coach, knows how to win. So, it should be a good game for us. And then next week with Santa Gertrudis, wonderfully coached team, tons of athletes in their program, and they know how to play. So, again, that we definitely can't take for granted at all, and to be ready to come out. And then I believe Wednesday we have Ingleside.
Right.
And Ingleside has has a great team, an up-and-coming young pitcher that we faced last year in the playoffs, and she did a pretty good job holding us off. So, I think the girls are excited to have that opportunity to face them again and see what we can do. But it by no means is it going to be easy. So, but that's what we want, to be prepared and put us right where we want to be starting this next week.
Nice. A couple of questions before we end it here. One, health of the girls. How are they doing?
Knock on wood, so far so good. Tournament is back to back. Double headers every day, long games. Kind of wears on the arms and the bodies and aches and pains and whatnot. And sometimes we're getting a little more hurt and cut up and bruised up than normal. But it's going to be nice to, after the spring break, kind of slow down and maybe heal up a little bit more with some of that. And before you know it, it'll be playoffs. So it's a grind. The girls, we're pushing them. They're taking it, and we're proud of them.
Excellent. And I want you to grade where the girls are, but not based on where they will be, where they should be right now in the season. Just give us a letter grade.
Wait, not where they need to be.
Right, where you expected them to be by this time. That's it.
I'd say A plus, an A.
Cool. So they're on track.
Yeah, no, we're really kind of good with where, knock on wood. I mean, to where we need to be, a B.
Right.
Where we are right now and how the girls are doing, they're where I expected them to be at this point, A to A at times. But to where we need to be, we're a B.
Right.
We're a B.
Good. Cool. Well, again, congratulations. It's a great start, and I'm not going to jinx you by using that word again that I mentioned a couple of shows ago, but you're on track.
Yeah, we're doing great. We're doing great. I'm really proud of the girls on where they're at right now. So, thank you.
Join us on March 22nd for the 8th annual Suicide Awareness Walk, Walk for Colton, at Phil Danaher Stadium in Corpus Christi. This event honors the life of Colton Andrew Page, a young man known for his kindness, hard work, and love for the outdoors. After losing Colton to suicide in 2015, his family created this walk to raise awareness and support mental health initiatives. All proceeds benefit the Colton Andrew Page Memorial Scholarship Fund, which helps students pursue their education while promoting mental health awareness. Registration begins at 8 a.m. with the walk starting at 8:30. Walk as many laps as you'd like to remember those we've lost and support suicide prevention. Once again, please join us March 22nd at Phil Danaher Stadium. And if you or someone you know is contemplating suicide, call 988, the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. Let's come together and stomp out suicide. Hey coaches, did you know we're now offering shows for all sports? That's right, whether it's basketball, volleyball, softball, baseball, football, soccer, you name it, we've got you covered. If you're looking for a way to showcase your program, promote your players, and highlight the amazing things happening with your team, our coaches' shows are the perfect solution. Plus, our business model lets you or your booster club raise money while building excitement and support for your program. Don't miss the opportunity to take your team's story to the next level. Find out how you can get your very own coaches' show. Reach out to Chris at 713-269-4620 today. That's 713-269-4620 because every team deserves the spotlight. Hey, once again, I want to thank you for tuning in and listening to the Calallen Softball Coaches Show. Please share, subscribe, get the story out about this amazing program, these amazing girls, And don't forget to go out, fill the stands, and support your Calallen Wildcats.